Good morning and welcome to Sunday Morning Beers.
Good morning.
This morning we have Lily once again joining us right from the get-go too. We didn't not joining, not kind of cutting in halfway during the show or anything like that.
Yeah, because usually she's running late. You know, she's always running late.
Yeah. Well, she spends a lot of time cleaning herself, so that's. I guess you would always be late if you're always worried about
primping.
Primping, yes, that is time consuming. Yeah. But we are happy to have her today. And she's happy to be with us.
Yeah, she's purring away.
Yeah. You can probably even hear that. That's how loud she is. Cold out there this morning. Cold yesterday, cold this morning, borderline snowing out there.
Yeah,
they say it's going to be 61 degrees today. It's got a long ways to go at this moment right there. So we'll find out. But you're going to bundle up. You're going to have to bundle up if you're going out this morning. We're going to warm up with some beer this morning. Very nice, big bottle and very artsy label there. This is from Rockmill Brewery. It's a saison, actually an organic saison, certified organic. And this is from the fastest growing segment in the brewing world right now, from a nano brewery. Something that I'm looking to do for myself very soon as well, to let you in on a little secret there. But this brewery here is 1 barrel in size, and it's in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is, I believe, northeast of Columbus. Pretty sure, northeast of Columbus. They are on an old horse farm. The brewery part of the facility is in an old stable. And they discovered, after they bought the farm, that the water there, it's spring water on the farm, the water is actually identical in composition to the city of Wallonia in Belgium, a great beer-producing region. So they went with a Belgian theme for the brewery, and they make 4 beers. You can actually, if you go to a store that sells it, we bought these in Youngstown, they have kind of a suitcase where they have these 4 big bottles all together, the 4 beers that they make. But we went for just the one. We went for the saison. So let's check it out here. You can see, cheers, Chrissy, it's cloudy, effervescent, kind of a light copper, dark brown sort of a color. It has kind of a dry, hoppy, spicy aroma.
It doesn't taste like it smells, that's for sure.
It's, we'd actually had a little bit of this already, but it is big burst of flavor right in the middle. You kind of taste it up front, and it's kind of thin, and then it's this peppery zing, like, it would be typical to spice a saison. No information on their website whatsoever, but I'm guessing that they probably added some sort of a spice to it. It tastes like it could be grains of paradise, maybe, or perhaps just peppercorns to it. But it's definitely a peppery zing in there. Lots of hopping in there, kind of a spicy sort of a hop. Very dry finish, could be from the water. And then there's the burst of kind of a subtle yeast fruitiness in there. I think it's really nice. It's like I said, it's kind of light up front, and then it's a big wallop of flavor, and then it just dries right out.
I just don't like that wallop of flavor in the middle.
I like it a lot.
It's like very herbally, peppery. I don't like it.
Well, that's 1 thumbs down and 1 thumbs up. I like it. I think it's definitely worth checking out. It's interesting. The one thing that I will say about it is it's pricey. This was $16. So if you don't think you're going to like it, you might not want to get it, because that's a lot of money to spend for a beer. Either way, but I do like it. So let's talk about what's going on this week at 4th Street Brewery. Last week we had a very nice turnout for the cask on Thursday. Thank you for coming out. We had the upcoming High Beautiful IPA with Lovage Root added to it, and the Lovage Root really jumped out at you. It was... I wasn't sure the first couple of sips if I liked it at all. It was very aggressive in the flavor, but it was nice. I did like it. But a lot of the things that people said about it was they thought it tasted like celery, which to me was really funny, because celery doesn't really taste like anything. It tastes like
Celery tastes like celery.
celery tastes like celery, which is about as close to water as you can get. Sort of like crunchy, slightly salty water, I guess would be a good way to describe celery. Don't you think so?
Celery just tastes like celery. Like, there's things that taste like things, but celery, it's hard to describe celery.
That's a good point, but it's not a lot of flavor to it, so that's why I did not think that was a good analogy comparing it to celery. But either way, it was very interesting for sure, and it went quickly too, which was always nice. Now, this week you'll get to see what the base beer itself tastes like. High Beautiful coming out, the big 7.75% ABV, 105 IBUs, 3 different hops, all citrusy hops. Cascade, that classic lemony flavor, Matuka, which is that very unique lime flavor, and Summit, which is a really pleasant kind of a tangerine flavor to it. So even if you don't like big IPAs, I think that you will like this because of that citrusy character. It's very, very refreshing. So you can try that by itself, or you can try the cask that we have this week, which is that with heather tips added to it. Heather is a Scottish flower. It can be used in place of hops. It has been historically. These were dried heather tips, and to me it just had that sort of a dry flower sort of a aroma to it, which is not much. But it'll be interesting to see what exactly it does to the beer itself. Is it going to make it a little bit more bitter? It's hard to say what exactly it'll do to it. I don't think it's going to give it much aroma because the tips didn't really have much aroma to it. But either way, I think you're talking about 2 potentially very delicious beers. So please come out and check those out with us. That's kind of the high point of what's going on this week. Do remember that Wheatstock is coming up very, very soon. Tuesday is the 1st of May. Time flies, even though it's still cold out. Got to be warming up soon, though, because it's May. But
well, this is Michigan.
Yep, you never know. You never know. But American Craft Beer Week is the 2nd week of May, and in conjunction with that, every year we do Wheatstock. It's 3 days of love and beer. It's May 16th through the 18th. We are going to have 4 wonderful, actually I think 4 or 5 delicious beers. We have a wheat pilsner, a wheat bock. We have a wheat beer with heather tips instead of hops. So in that beer you get to see how more of a what exactly heather does, rather than with this cask where it's just more for flavor in there. There's one other one in there. I can't recall off the top of my head. But we are also doing, this is the key thing for you to remember, prizes each night for the best hippie costume. All of us, we're going to be dressing up. Hopefully you will too, because it's a big prize every night for the best costume.
What's the prize?
So it's going to be beer, probably a growler, maybe a gift certificate. Could be $1 million.
Lily's like, that sounds good.
Yes, it's going to be big. Let's just put it that way. It's more than a free crappy t-shirt. Let's put it that way. It's something that you really want. Even though I don't know why you wouldn't want a t-shirt. T-shirts really aren't crappy, but
well,
either
some
way.
of them are. But
Well, they could be, but either way, it's going to be a big prize. You're going to want to be part of that. So go to a vintage clothing store, dig through your parents' or grandparents' closet,
we had bell bottoms made. You can make your own bell bottoms.
Yep, you can make your own bell bottom. So go wherever you have to do to get, or go wherever you have to go to get some good hippie costumes, and make sure that you are there for as many of those 3 days as possible, because it is a fun time, and we are prepared to go all out this year. So that's what's going on this week. Hopefully it'll warm up. Either way, bundle up this morning for sure. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Have a great week.